What if you want to buy real estate but you have very little money or no money to get started? You can still do it, and I'm going to show you how to do that today step by step. Let's get started. Hey guys, so we're talking about no money down real estate today. How do you even do something like that? There's actually multiple strategies to get started.
Are you kidding me? You know? Or like, are you kidding me?
Today we're going to talk about only one. That's using a HELOC. Now if you watched my other video, you know that a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. So it's basically a revolving line of credit, just like a credit card, except it's tied to your house or an investment property. It could even be someone else's house. It doesn't matter. But the point is, you can get a HELOC from a bank, a local bank, and they'll offer you a fixed or variable rate on that line of credit. So what's the difference between fixed or variable? Obviously, a fixed rate stays fixed for the extended amount of time, and a variable rate will change depending on what's going on in the current economy. I would suggest, if you're going to use this strategy to buy an investment property, you want to try to find a fixed interest rate. And the way I did it is with my local bank. I use M&T. They have a great HELOC program. They actually allow you to do a fixed rate up to 25 years to repay the loan. So it gives you a small monthly payment and you don't have to worry about much at all. So try to get a fixed HELOC line of credit, and then you're going to tie this to a piece of real estate that you already own or that someone else already owns. There needs to be a certain amount of equity in the property in order to get a HELOC. But for an example, if you have a piece of property that you bought, I don't know, let's say a year ago, and now you have some equity in it and you want to use that property to buy another one, you can take up to 85% of the value of the home, and you can then take that amount in a line of credit. So if this home is valued at $300,000, 85% loan to value, that's what LTV is, would be $255,000. You can take up to that amount in a line of credit if you don't have a mortgage on the property. Now if you do have a mortgage, you have to take that amount and subtract it from the total mortgage amount, and that would be your total line of credit. You can then use that line of credit to go and buy a piece of property, to put it as a down payment, to assist in closing costs, to assist in renovations, whatever you want to do with that money. You can use it for whatever you like. I wouldn't suggest you go on a vacation with it, because it's financed money that costs you. So you want to use it for investment purposes so that you can gain a financial edge with a HELOC. So you use this strategy to buy another property, and then you can do it again and again, and you just rinse and repeat the strategy. You could actually do this for your whole portfolio using no extra money than just the initial money you got into the first home. So I'm going to give you an example of how I did it, and the most recent HELOC that I just got. I've done this a few times already, but I wanted to make sense in a real life example for you. So this property that I just bought, actually I bought this last year, okay? So this home is worth, actually I bought it for $302,000 initially in October of last year, okay? It is now valued, today's value, $390, and that's within less than a year. It's appreciated that much. I really didn't do much renovations to it, but now we have a value of $390. I bought it for $302, and my mortgage on the property is around $260. All right. So let's say I have this home and I want to buy another piece of real estate, but I don't want to have to use my own personal cash, or I want to use very little of it. So how can I use this property I own to leverage it and then buy another one? How am I going to do that? I'm going to go to the bank and I'm going to apply for a home equity line of credit. And I'm going to say, hey, this is what I think the house is worth. You know, this is my mortgage. I think I can get a line of credit for X amount. In this case, $390,000 is what the appraisal came in at. So if I take 85% of that, okay, 331,500. Okay, that's how much the bank will allow me to go up to, because they're not going to let me borrow 100% of the home's value. It's just to protect them. So now I have this, and I'm going to subtract that from my current mortgage, which is $260,000, and what I'm left with is $71,500. That is my home equity line of credit amount. So I can actually use up to this amount to then buy another property, pay for closing costs, if I have leftover, maybe renovate the property. I didn't have to pay anything for this. I don't have to pay for the application. I don't have to pay for the appraisal. I get a line of credit, and then I finance it over 25 years. So my monthly payment, depending on my interest rate, in today's market, maybe that's around, I don't know, $400 to $500 a month. Okay? So I have to factor that in. Obviously, when I buy my new property, I have to factor this into my mortgage and see if it still cash flows. But this will allow me to do it with no money out of pocket. My savings stays intact. I use this line of credit, and then I buy another one, build the equity in that, and I can do it again and again and again. And that's how you buy real estate with no money down using a HELOC. Alright, thanks for watching today, guys. I hope you got something of value from today. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll answer them as soon as possible. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. We're going to talk about some more strategies and some more ways to build your business, to build your real estate portfolio. So stick around.